Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you a story time about the worst, and when I tell you the worst, nail salon experience I've ever had. And it may not be that bad to some people because I've heard about experiences, what the fuck? Okay, sorry, I can't talk. I heard about experiences that are literally like terrible, like run for your life, like infections, whatever. However, this is my worst experience I've ever had. So I'm gonna start from the beginning. It's gonna be like a story time, so maybe a little bit long, not sure, but I'll try to be quick. I'm a talk faster. Oh my god, I can't even talk today. I'm a fast talker. So okay, so it'll start with the day of. This was like a couple days ago, and it's still fresh in my mind, so I remember everything. Basically, I wanted to get my nails done and I was looking for a place. I haven't really found a place that I'm like set on that I love going to because I'm just disappointed every time. Because just, I don't know, they're just not very good. However, I decided to go to this one place. The Yelp reviews, they have like 4 stars, which, you know, looked pretty good. They had a few bad ones that, you know, I read slightly, but not like a lot. So I decided to choose this one. I just chose it randomly. Based on just Yelp. So I decided to go. It was my first time. We'll start by when I first got there. So when I first got there, I walked in, you know, it was about maybe like 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half before they closed. So I still had time and it was not very busy. There was like 2 other people in there. So when I got there, I told them kind of like what I want, and then one lady quoted me like, oh, it'll be 35. So what I wanted was basically like a like light, what is that called? A light acrylic overlay on my real nails with like a gel color on top. So that's basically what I wanted. So she said 35. So I was like, okay. And so I sit down, or I was like looking for a color to pick, and then the lady called me over and she was like, is it you? Like, are you ready? And I was kind of like, yeah, I'm ready. And she was like, okay, did you pick your color? And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. And so she told me to sit down. Wasn't very nice, wasn't like, hi, like, or whatever, like, what do you want? Like, she was just super blunt, I guess you can say, like straight to the point, which it wasn't like a huge deal for me, but like also it just didn't come off friendly. So as we started like doing my nails, she asked me like, oh, do you have gel on your nails? And at the time I did. So she brings out like that little like drill thing, I think it's called like a nail drill or file or whatever, and she starts going over my nails. And when I tell you, she was going hella fast, like she was like not being careful to not get like my skin around or anything. She was just drilling over it like super fast, like getting like every like possible area around my nail. She was getting it, and it was kind of starting to hurt. But like, I hate being that person at the nail salon. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like this. Like, I don't like to speak up and be like, ow, like you're hurting me. Like you could like chop off my finger, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I gotta stop being like that. So like, I was kind of just sitting there and kind of just taking the pain a bit, and I was like geez, like could she slow down, right? So she starts slightly talking to me just like about what I want, and then she goes, oh, like you don't need to pick a gel color, like you just, I have like a natural, like she said like a natural like pink to go over my nails, like, and she said like pink, right? So she goes, we'll just do the shellac overlay. Is it? No, it's not shellac. I keep saying that. We'll just do the acrylic overlay with like a color in it. So I said, okay, like sure, that's fine. I don't really know much about nails. So when she told me, I was kind of just like, okay, that's fine. So she like told me that that's what we're gonna do. So then she started like working on my hands and stuff. And I noticed she was like in a rush. Like I said, everything she was doing was just really fast. She wasn't really being careful to not like get anything on me, or to like not, you know, like do it. She was just doing it quickly. Like I said, some people work fast and I get that, but she was just doing it so fast to the point where it was like obvious she just wanted to get the hell out of there. Because I also noticed while she was doing my nails, like doing like the acrylic overlay, she would like get distracted and like go on her phone, or like clean up the stuff around her instead of focusing on it. So sometimes it would look kind of uneven and just awkward. Like, mind you, throughout it she kind of would check it and like go back on it, but she would see that she made mistakes, so she would have to go back. So then when it came to like putting my hands in that little like dryer thingy, like it's like one of the like light dryer thingies, like the neon color one. So she told me to put my hand in, and I was like, okay. She goes, oh, 3 times. And I said, okay. And then she was like, so I was done with this hand, I put it in, and I was putting it in for a second time. She goes, no, you have to switch other hand. Like, and I was just like, okay, well, like, I'm sorry, you're not really like explaining it to me. You said 3 times, so I was doing it 3 times. She goes, no, alternate. So I was like, okay, like that's fine. Like, and she didn't like have me wash my hands or anything before putting them in that thing. And when you have like powder everywhere, it kind of like burns, I feel like, or just feels like it looks bad and it feels bad. So I did like that. I put my hands in there, and like I said, she wasn't really talking to me, which is fine, but it was also like really not unrelaxing. It was really not relaxing because she kept just like making noises or just doing all this stuff that it was like so awkward. Like I was in her personal way or space. And she did take a phone call. I think it was like her kid or something, which I don't really care. Like she's fine to do that, whatever. But it was like really awkward because the kid was just like, no, I don't want to go with you here. I don't want to do this. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, what do I do? Do I just like, I don't know. It was just awkward. I just feel like it's a little unprofessional. But mind you, this didn't really bother me. It just bothered me that she wasn't focusing on my nails. So when it came time literally to having my nails done, it usually takes me, I want to say, about 30 to 45 minutes. And mind you, she did this in less than 15 minutes. Everything. And if she was like a skilled, like fast worker, I'd be like, okay, yeah, fine, get me out of there faster. But she didn't do a good job, and I could kind of start seeing that. So when I was finishing up in the like little hand dryer thingy, she like tapped it and was like, go wash your hands, you're done. And I was kind of like, oh, okay, like that's it. And then she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, like got it. Like I was just like, okay, whatever. Like she did like finishing touches like by filing and stuff like that, whatever. I don't want to go into the whole process, but when I was done, she just literally said done. So I went to go wash my hands, and I'm thinking like, usually people like at nail salons, like after you're done, they'll like, you know, massage your hands a bit, they'll give you lotion, they'll do, you know, like just little hand massages just to like kind of finish up. They'll wipe it with like an alcohol wipe to like make sure it looks clean and pretty. Like they like finish you up basically. And she didn't do that. So when I was in the bathroom, I was like looking at my hands, but it was such a dark bathroom that like I couldn't really see if there was like any huge flaws, but I could just tell that I wasn't going to be happy with it because the color, like I said. So here's my nails. I'll insert pictures later. And even though you look at it, it's not like the worst thing you've ever seen. And I agree, but yeah, so let me just finish. So I told her, I came back out of the bathroom, she's on her phone again, didn't even look at me, didn't say anything. So I was kind of like, okay, like I guess I'm done. So I went to the guy at the front and I was like, oh, like, hey, like, I'm done and all that. And she goes, okay. Oh, step backward. I thought that if I didn't get gel on top of this, like a color and stuff, that it would be cheaper. I guess it wasn't, and I don't know if that's common, but if I would have known that, I would have just went with my gel color because I didn't even like this acrylic color after all. I just would have went with the gel color. So, but she didn't tell me that, but she said it was the same price. So I was like, whatever, like, and you know, my boyfriend didn't mind. He was the one paying for it because he wanted to treat me out to get my nails done. So when we were paying and all that, I mentioned to the guy at the front, you know, hey, like, and I don't usually do this, but I mentioned like, you know, if next time she could just be like a little bit more patient and like not as like fast working, because I felt like she was in a rush and it just made me feel like very unrelaxed, and she just rushed everything. And he goes, oh, okay, like I'll make sure to tell her. And I was like, okay. So I take like my receipt and everything and I start walking out with Josh, and I look at my nail and I see like in the sunlight this huge like gap on my thumb is like missing like the acrylic on it, so it looks like there's a huge dip. And I knew that like if I left with that kind of like flaw, I would just pay attention to it the whole time, like until I got my nails done again. So I was kind of just like, oh, like I really don't want to go back inside, but like maybe I could just ask her to fix it. So I went back inside and she was on her phone, so I was just like, okay, I'll ask someone else real quick if they can get someone to fix this because it looks like kind of bad. I was trying to talk to them. And then the girl from the salon that did my nails is like, what's wrong? Like, show me what's wrong. Come sit down. And I was like, okay. So I went to go show her and she was like, oh, it probably wasn't dry yet. So I'm just like, so you let me leave without my nails being finished, basically. But whatever. So she fixed it for me. And there's still like I said, like a ton of like little flaws that I don't think you could pick on camera. But like, I'll show like pictures and everything. There's just certain flaws you can see like in the side where it's missing some, or it's just uneven. And the shape just looks like off. So I was just like overall unhappy. So I decided to tell her that. I was just like, you know what, like next time, like can you please like not rush? Like I just feel like you really rushed me out of here and my nails don't look how I wanted them to. And you know, I just wish you'd understand. And then she gets really mad when I say that. So I finally speak up and she gets really pissed. And she tells me like sit down then, sit down, what's wrong? What's wrong? Show me then. And I was like, felt really uncomfortable. I felt like I was getting yelled at like by like my mom or something. So I was like, Like, what the hell? Like, this is weird. So I sit down and I start showing her just like little nicks and flaws. Hold on. It's my boyfriend. And little like nicks and flaws. And I was kind of just like, oh, like this is so awkward. But I was just trying to show her, because like, why should I have to leave with my nails not looking how I want them? If they don't look nice, why should I have to leave like that? So I decided to tell her, and then I'm showing her, and then she's like holding my hand. She goes, there's nothing, like there's nothing wrong, there's nothing there. So I was like, okay, that's fine. If you don't see anything wrong, then I'm just gonna leave. And she was just like, there's nothing there, I don't know what you want me to do. And I decided to say, I was like, you know what, I don't really appreciate you talking to me like that. You asked me what I didn't like about the nails, and I asked you if you could fix it now, so that you can fix it now, so I don't go home and have to yelp about this. I'd rather you just fix it here and let me leave with, you know, nails that I'm happy with, than have to go home and be upset about it and give you a bad review. And she was like so mad about that, and I was just like, I was just trying to tell you if you could fix them now, I don't want to have to leave and come back. And she was just like, there's nothing wrong with him though, there's nothing wrong with him. And I said, well, you know what, that's fine, I'm just gonna go. I don't want to sit here anymore and be yelled at. I'm trying to explain to you, and you're saying there's nothing wrong with it. I thank you for your service that you did for me. I still tipped you and everything, because you know, you did do a service for me. And then she goes, oh, what, your $4 tip? Yeah, you can have that. You take your $4. She starts reaching in her pocket, take your $4 tip back. Like I don't need it. And I was kind of like, this bitch. I was like really thrown off guard, because I'm like, the fact that she announced how much I tipped her, which I don't care, I tipped her based on her service, and she didn't do a good job, but I still tipped her. And the fact that she basically said that in front of everyone and was basically saying, like, throwing it back at me, like, take it, I don't need it, like I could do good without it, I was like, that is so unprofessional. Like, so unprofessional. So I told her, I was just like super shocked. I was like, you know what? And then this other lady intervened, and she was like, oh, like, sit down, let me fix it for you. Like, she looked at my nails and saw that they weren't like very nice. She's like, let me fix it for you. And I told her, you know what, that's okay, I don't even want to be here anymore, I just want to leave. I don't appreciate this, I don't appreciate being yelled at, I tried to tell you, like, I just want to leave. And then the other lady that did my nails was still like yapping and trying to talk, and that's when my boyfriend stepped in and said, you know what, like, I don't know if you understand, but that's your customer right there, and you're being rude, you're yelling at her, and she's your customer, she's paying for your service, and this is how you're acting. And that's when the girl was like, you know what, fine, then just go, you can go then, you can go. So at that point, I just walk out, and I was like really like pissed, because I'm like, first of all, that is so freaking unprofessional. Like, I've been to lots of salons, I've never had that happen like that, and that's just so unprofessional. Like, who yells at someone like that and like tries to throw their tip back at them? So I was really mad. I yelped about it, about that place, because no one should ever have to deal with that. And I guess on their Yelp, that same girl, I won't name her, but she has a ton of bad reviews about her, and they're all about her, saying she doesn't have manners, she's hella rude, and that like just all this stuff about like she's just rude, she's not nice, she's negative. And she was, that's exactly how she was. She was negative and like hated doing her job, and did a terrible job too. And that's why, like, and then when I yelped about it, the guy responded, like the owner and all that I seen there at the front desk, he responded and was just like, thank you for coming to my salon. And I'm like, that's really all you have to say? Like, nothing else, nothing about like, I'm sorry, my staff shouldn't have talked to you like that, like it's not appropriate, or here's partial refund, here's your refund, I'm really sorry, like nothing, because he doesn't give a crap. And he even like tried messaging me, and when I messaged him about it, like, this is not okay, I'm like really upset, he even said like, then maybe you should have told us the day you were here to fix your nails, you should have had them fixed then. And I was like, you don't understand, I tried to do that, and because I did that, she yelled at me and told me to take my $4 tip back. Like, I tried to do it the right way, and yet here you're saying I'm not doing it the right way. So yeah, that place is just so bad. I don't recommend it to anyone. I will never go back there, obviously, but I'm just shocked that people actually act like that. And you work in customer service, it's like, what the hell do you expect? Like, I don't know, I don't get it. And yeah, so that was like literally the worst like experience I've had at a nail salon. I hope no one has to do with that. It was so awkward. Like I said, I hate like feeling awkward like that in situations, so it was just, my anxiety was so bad. After I got to the car, I was literally like I couldn't, like, and I hate when I get like that. But my boyfriend felt really bad, which he shouldn't have. Like, I feel bad he paid for a service that wasn't good, but he like felt bad because he wanted me to relax and stuff and just enjoy it. But whatever, like I said, some people don't know how to act. But yeah, if you guys have had like similar experiences or even worse experience, like tell me in the comments below. Like, I'm actually interested if like people are that bad out there, because that was ridiculous. But I don't know, I hope you guys enjoyed my story time. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I'll probably do more videos, more story times. I feel like a lot of crazy shit happens in my life. I don't know why. I don't ask for it, but it does. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. Bye.